Gordon-Conwell community, we decided to do a few of these updates every other week to kind of keep us all on the same page. I read a book once called Communication, the Key to Your Marriage, and it's proven true for me, but it's also true, I think, in seminary, that communication is a key to working well together. So this morning I read from Galatians chapter 5 about the law and the works of the flesh, and it's a pretty terrible list of fornication, impurity, licentiousness, and so forth. But then it says selfishness, anger, envy, and some of these things that are very easy for us to fall into are in that list with these very dark things, and they're all there together. But fortunately, Paul ends with the fruits of the Spirit. I'd like to meditate on this. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. And those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. And I was just reflecting on that for myself and family, how true it is when there's patience and kindness and gentleness. I think truth bubbles up in our community as a family as well as in our Gordon-Conwell community. So I found that helpful for myself as I think about how I act and relate to people. Well, we have some news items. One of the things that happened last week is some of the local officials from the Hamilton government, they were officials that came by and they visited with us. I couldn't believe it. I thought, here I am, a seminary president. They wanted to talk to me. So I was a little bit concerned. I said, what do they want to talk to me about? Well, what they wanted to talk about was how we could cooperate and work well as a community. And I thought, wow, I should have taken the initiative and done that first. We had a wonderful discussion, and it ended up in a blog post that I posted last week, some of you may have read, called Value Added. And I was reflecting on the value that we add as a seminary to the local community. Well, what value do we add? Just the fact that there are Christians here thinking about other people. That fruit of the Spirit that I just read about, if we're the kind of people who are kind and gentle and loving, that's going to have an impact on the community. So we began to talk about ways that we could add value to this community here. And I thought about the same for all of our campuses in Boston. The fact that we have a campus in Charlotte should make a difference to the local community. So that's one of the things I've been thinking about, and some of us here and on this campus are thinking about and planning on how we can serve the local community. Second thing I'd like to add is I'd ask your prayers for the faculty who are working on these new degrees, moving from about 24 or 26 degrees down to 6 majors or degrees, and then only 1 counseling degree. Is going to take a long time. So please keep the faculty in your prayers about that. And we're streamlining a number of different ways at Gordon-Conwell, and one of those is degrees. Another theme that I've mentioned before we want to keep thinking about is one Gordon-Conwell and what that means. One Gordon-Conwell doesn't mean that we all do everything exactly alike, but what it does mean is that we all play according to the same rules, we all have the same goals in mind of high value of education, strong emphasis on Bible, strong emphasis on mission, and also having cooperation in the way we're involved in admissions as well as teaching and curriculum. And so we want to continue to pray about how we can work together this one Gordon-Conwell. That's going to be a blessing not only for us, but also for students who will be coming here. And again, I think communications is one of the keys to that as we work together in kindness in all that we do and following the same standards in all we do. So that's something to, again, to pray about and to work on together. I'd also like to throw out a thanks to Alex Coe, who came to me and has developed a team of people for a 90-day transition to come alongside and, as he says, put a scaffold around the President's office to help me as we move forward. There's still a big learning curve for me, and there are a lot of things that need to be done. So Alex has pulled together a diverse team of people representing all of the campuses and some of our major areas of faculty and staff administration in order to help in this transition. So it's a busy summer here in this area, and I'll be making a visit down to Charlotte soon to see how things are going there. And since we're expecting a child in Jacksonville, I may have to visit the Jacksonville campus in August also to hold that new baby. So listen, great to be here. Hope the rest of your summer goes well. Thank you.